Mark, how good to see you.
And nice to see you too.
Very good to see you.
Are you enjoying the fair?
I'm loving it. I love Newark.
Yeah.
I do.
I love them all. They're all fantastic.
Oh, really? Are they good for you? Do you do most of them?
I do them all because I used to do all the sort of top end fairs, but sadly they've all sort of either gone because of simply the cost.
Yeah.
And also, like us, the dealers are also becoming a bit rare now because when I came into the trade 30 years ago, there was a lot of elderly, shall we say, dealers.
Yes.
Wonderful people to meet, but of course they've now moved on to higher things.
Right.
And so
you mean higher things? You mean they're no longer with us?
You got it.
Okay. Right. You are. You are.
are.
How long have you been in the business for?
About 28 years.
Right.
And then before that, I was farming, but I was growing up with all this lovely wood, elm, oak, and that. And then one day I went to Olympia and I walked onto a stand, and wow, it was like a road to Damascus moment. It was full of open country furniture, Treen, and I was just amazed. And the dealer came up to me after about 10 minutes and he said, he was a big dealer, very top of the tree he was, and he said, "Are you all right?" I said, "Yeah, I'm just loving it." He said, "Do you know anything about this?" I said, "Not really. Do you want to learn?" Me? "Yes, please. What are you proposing?" He said, "Well, I've got a shop in Northamptonshire. You live in Cambridgeshire. Come and polish my furniture."
You're kidding.
So on a Saturday, I'd fed the cows and showered by 10 o'clock and was in his shop.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, and I did that for about 6 years. Wonderful training without me actually realising. And then after tea, his father, who was a famous engineer, had a little shop full of metalware, base metals. And he taught me the base metals. I had two wonderful teachers.
That you were so fortunate. I mean, that is better than going to any university and looking at books.
Oh, fabulous, fabulous. And then also coming into the fair circuits, I tried to do the vetted fairs because let's just say this coffer was a fake. They would vet that coffer off, and then I'd sit down with the vet and say, "Now, why is that wrong?" And he would show me. And it's the same with metalware.
Yeah.
It's quite a minefield because you can easily fake up metalware and things. Same with Treen, you can soon make it and age it up.
That's right.
And if it's wrong, they would vet it off, and being a good vetter, he would then give me his knowledge, which was amazing.
Well, that's right, because a lot of these vetters don't pass on why something is being vetted off. So you've had great training in an area that you are quite obviously passionate about. What is Treen for anybody watching this?
Yeah.
And they hear us talk about Treen and all these programs and stuff. What is Treen?
Well, Treen is the collective name for small turned wooden objects. So anything from, I suppose the largest you say, a spinning wheel, right down to like a little go-to-bed or a snuff box or a patch box. It's the collective name. And I think Treen is the Latin for tree of life.
Okay, that's interesting, isn't it? Now, can you show us your favourite piece of Treen? Do you have such a thing, or are they all your babies, Mark?
Well, they're all my babies, and every piece, I can explain why I bought it. For instance,
go on.
Let's just grab this. Now, this is what we call a little go-to-bed.
And we'll get our Jason camera operator to come around and focus in on this if you can, Jason.
Here we go.
Nice, that's it, That is a what?
This is a go-to-bed.
A go-to-bed. Explain to my lovely viewers what that is.
Well, in the 19th century, when you were living in your little cottage, electric wasn't always in abundance, so there's candles and things, and you wanted to go to bed. So what you would do, you'd take the lid off like this, and in here would be some matches.
Yeah.
Okay, take your match out.
So it's a match holder as well.
It's a match container, that's right. And sometimes they'll either put a little taper, in this case they would strike the match on the stone.
Yes.
Place it in the end here like that. You then have a nice little, like a candle, and you go to bed.
Literally, and it would give you just enough time to get into your little bedroom.
Get up the stairs and up to your bedroom to light the candle.
Isn't that just charming beyond belief? And can I just point my viewers to the colour? Just the colour of that mark. Isn't it delicious?
Beautiful, isn't it?
How do you get that patina?
Exactly the way you're doing it. You're helping that patina by handling it, because it's the oils from your hand, it's the smoke, it's the dirt. What happens when wood is new and it's just been made? It's like a sponge. So it soaks it all up, all the dirt and the grease and the oil. And then as it begins to age, it shrinks and it pushes it out again. We come along with a little wax cloth polish it, and that is patination.
Do you know what? I think that's probably quite possibly the best description of how wood gains that lovely patination
Same with
I've
furniture.
ever heard.
Yeah, same with furniture.
Yes.
Exactly the same. Soaks it up, and
Yeah.
you just wax it, and
Yeah.
again you get that patina.
And so the colour changes over years.
Absolutely. So usually the older, like a 17th century oak is really dark.
Yeah.
The earlier the piece of tree, and
Yeah.
also depending on the wood. So ash is a very light wood.
Yeah.
So it takes a good 100 years to get that rich colour, as
Yeah.
opposed to something like fruit wood. We have a piece of fruit wood on here, and it gets such a beautiful colour because it's already there.
That's right. Where is that fruitwood piece?
You can just lean over here. Here's a lovely, typical little piece of fruit wood here. This is a little snuff box. And then
Jason's doing a very good job.
Sorry, Jason.
You're doing very well there, Jason, honestly.
we have this lovely concentric ring turning. But if you open it up, can you see that? Now, that's the colour
Yeah.
that would have been when it was made.
Well, that's exactly right.
Because that has been protected from the elements.
Yes.
But because this has had, again, the oils,
Yeah,
hands,
yeah.
the smoke and everything. And then we just wax it and you get that beautiful colour. But it was already there because
Yeah.
look at the original colour.
Yes.
It was that lovely sort of reddy colour. This is cherry, I would think. A little bit of cherry. But,
And this would be a good way for you as an expert to age an object,
Yes,
a tree,
yes,
isn't
of
it, as well?
course,
So you would look at the inside and you would expect to see a different
That's
colour.
right,
Because
exactly.
I know I've had conversations with people over the years
Yes.
and they've said things like a coffer, you lift up the lid and they'll say, but it's a different colour on the inside. I go,
That's right.
hallelujah!
looks like it's new.
Yes, that's what you want to see.
Exactly.
So these are little top tips, little tricks of the trade, if you like.
Well, and if you are interested in Treen and you want to collect it, go and talk to a dealer who specialises in it.
Yes, yes.
And if he's a good dealer, he will give you his knowledge.
Yes.
I always try and educate my customers.
Yeah.
Because I like my customers, and without them, I haven't got a business.
Well, exactly right. Exactly right. Now, I think you are on this new website I've heard about. Love Antiques.
That's right,
You're
yes.
on Love Antiques,
Yes,
which
I'm
is
on
very
Love
good.
Antiques, yes.
And what's this? The directory. Someone has given me. Apparently, it's very good.
Well, this is a new thing I think that Will, the owner of iacf, is starting up. It's an antiques directory,
Yeah.
which is great.
Yeah.
So I think it's a list of all the dealers and their specialities.
Yeah.
Which is
You're on there,
yes, indeed.
so people can contact you here.
That's right.
Would this be a good way for them to get in touch with you?
Yes, or just Google Mark Seabrook.
Mark Seabrook,
Yeah.
and they will find you.
Yeah,
Website
I'm all
or
over it.
Of course you are. Mark, what a delight.
Hey, it's lovely.
Absolute pleasure.
Nice to have met you.
Thank you
Oh,
very
you're
much.
welcome. You're welcome.